Good evening, viewers. Welcome to tonight's session. We have Shekhar Iyer back with us. Welcome, sir.
Thank you, Miraji. Thank you,
We also
Jaydev.
have yeah. So, sir, there's a lot of hectic activity happening now that the election mode is also on. So, we'll first have to start with the Kejriwal issue, sir. It appears that Kejriwal is going to be in jail for some time, and no relief from Delhi HC as they are not willing to hear the case on an urgent basis. What do you think will happen? Will his wife become the CM, or will someone like Sanjay Singh take over, or will LG recommend president's rule? And will this upset their government in Punjab also, as Man is only a puppet in the hands of Kejriwal?
Well, Miraji, you have asked several questions which is on everybody's mind. There are there are there are lot of possibilities, but
Yes, yes,
right now I think the top takeaway is the Humpty Dumpty has had a very big fall. The Delhi High Court has the observation made by the lady judge. Now she has completely smashed the political arguments of Kejriwal and his party, and also that of the opposition.
yeah,
Because she has made two, three things very clear that Kejriwal arrest is absolutely legal in accordance with the law. ED has not done anything that is outside the law in taking him into custody. Number one. Number two, there are enough evidences which the ED has gathered in support of the arrest, which shows how Kejriwal was a direct party to a deal between the cartel operating from the south and the excise policy announced by the Delhi government. And the Delhi High Court has further observed that Kejriwal, as leader and chief of Aam Aadmi Party and in his personal capacity, has okayed this deal. Kickbacks flowed in. That money was used for the elections in Goa, and they have even attached the statements made by the Aam Aadmi Party Goa leaders as to how the money came in, how it was spent. At the moment, there is so much of things that the Delhi High Court has made as a preliminary of observation as to the challenges mounted by Kejriwal about his arrest. Kejriwal did not go for a bail. You know, he did not seek bail. He has only wanted the whole arrest to be quashed. And what he has been handed is a severe indictment. So you saw today the Kejriwal lawyers were in a great hurry to see that it get posted today itself, and there is some stays ordered. But the Chief Justice of India, Chandrachud, has not shown any such haste in trying to take up this case on a priority basis. Rather, by evening, some order could come, about this case being posted in a particular bench or whatever. But one thing is very clear, Minaji, that the kind of thing that Kejri was building up, that he was a victim of political vendetta, he was being targeted because of elections are due. Court has taken up this question also. Court has said, look, we are not concerned about the elections being held when and where. We are just concerned whether your arrest has been in accordance with the law. And what are the evidences? And the ED has managed to show a lot of evidence, has also produced statements by various witnesses as to the charge that have been brought against Kejriwal. I don't think Aam Aadmi Party has an answer, a legal, logical answer to the observation made by Delhi High Court. But yesterday they said, no, witnesses were coerced. Some of them were subjected to some kind of a third degree measures. That is why they have come up with these statements. Now, court has not gone into all that. Court has said, look, whatever statements have been made by witnesses, they are before a magistrate, before a court. Even somebody turning approver, because Aam Aadmi Party has been making a big deal about what Sarath Reddy, who was arrested and who is part of the Southern Cartel, he turned an approver. After he turned approver, the Aam Aadmi Party's charge was he had bought some election bonds for the BJP.
yeah.
That's why he was let off. Court has said, look, we are not getting into this election bond business. Who has bought bonds is not the issue. And also somebody turning approver, is a process which is old in the law, and it is done in accordance with the law and with the permission of the court.
Yeah.
It is not the ED which decides who will turn approver.
Mm.
So I think Binaji, what you call it's a complete knockout.
Mm.
It's a complete political knockout, and I do not know how they are going to face this. You can see a lot of steam has already left following the Delhi High Court here. And now to the other questions. How long can Kejriwal stick on to his chair as chief minister? That's a big question on everybody's mind. I think Kejriwal is hoping that some relief will come by way of a Supreme Court stay or something, so that he can say, look, Supreme Court has stayed those observations or whatever the Delhi High Court has said. Therefore, he can continue. But within the party, there is already a churning. You are right about the release of Sanjay Singh on bail, because again, ED did not object to his being released on bail.
Yeah.
There was not a big court hearing into the merits of the case against Sanjay Singh at this stage. He wanted bail. ED said we have no problem. So Sanjay Singh enters the arena when at a time when Kejriwal is inside jail, and Kejriwal was preparing his wife to take up that space.
Yeah.
You had you saw her releasing videos trying to address party leaders, then some party leaders queuing up at her home. All that has taken a bit, I would say, has gone into a pause after Sanjay Singh came out.
Yeah.
Now, Sanjay Singh is a bigger political animal, I mean, quote unquote, compared to Sunita Kejriwal. And Sunita Kejriwal has, since then, looks like has slowed down a bit, and Sanjay Singh is doing all the talking. So, to too many questions that you posed, I think everything has is pregnant with possibilities. You do not know what is going to happen. But one thing is clear: Kejriwal has lost a lot of mojo in this, because
Mm.
right from the time he was avoiding the summons, because the court said, Delhi High Court said, "Why you delayed it?" The
Mm.
point we have been observing in our show. Look, the timing of his arrest was delayed by Kejriwal. He went on ignoring the summons so that the whole thing comes nearer to the, just before the elections. Then claim victim would look, I am being prevented from campaign, etc., etc. But the court is not buying all these arguments.
Yeah.
And this is the first time I think Kejriwal has really faced something, because all the time Kejriwal's approach has been, play one trick or the other,
Mm. Mm.
try a clever method, try to take away attention, so many things. But this looks like it's getting difficult for Kejriwal to get out of this case. Now one can understand Manish Sisodia has not been able to get bail. Even Sanjay Singh, I don't know for what reason ED said it had no objection. Maybe for the political reasons which we are reading now,
Uh,
because with this vacuum in the AAP leadership,
yeah.
and Kejriwal unable to impose his full control through his wife,
Mm.
you are going to see a lot of churning in, I mean, the Delhi election, I mean, Lok Sabha elections in Delhi, or on May 25th. But I do
Yeah.
not know what all going to happen, what kind of equations will emerge within the Aam Aadmi party. And
Yeah.
if Kejriwal doesn't get relief from Supreme Court, Meenaji,
Mm.
I
Mm.
think that even the lieutenant governor may act and
Mm.
may tell the Aam Aadmi party, look, you elect another person, because he cannot continue in that constitutional post.
Mm. So, will there be any chance of president's rule coming in, sir?
No, I don't think Central will do anything that will allow sympathy for Kejriwal.
Mm.
That is what is seeking very badly.
Mm.
He just want people to, feel for his
Mm.
detention. And that was the purpose of Ramlila Maidan meeting also.
Mm.
But then public, Meenaji these days, they don't sympathize with any politician.
Yeah.
If anybody is inside, they think, kuch to hua hoga, kuch to kiya
Mm.
hoga. That kind of a thing.
Mm.
They never sympathize with any politician facing problem on
Mm.
account of corruption. So I
Yes.
don't see any sympathy happening, though he is trying his best.
And will this affect the Punjab government in any way?
Well, you see, Bhagavat Maan has been virtually playing the role of, what should I say? Whatever Kejriwal wants, he has been doing. And there is another person who calls shots in Punjab, that is Raghav
Uh,
Chadda.
uh,
And Raghav Chadda is missing from action.
Yeah.
We are told he is away from the Delhi heat. I mean, the
Mm,
political heat and the ED heat. He is
mm,
in London. And Das Man, I think Bhagwat Man will also will be wondering, what has hit up
mm.
and how long should he be taking orders from Kejriwal?
Yeah. Mm.
Because Kejriwal has been using him as an errand boy. If
Yes.
Kejriwal wants to travel to any state, he calls
Mm,
Punjab Man CM to come to Delhi with his government plane and sits, hops in, and they travel together.
mm, mm.
And Bhagwat Mahan has to provide him company because that only the government plane can carry Kejriwal. This is the
So Punjab is without a
secrets of
CM for
Punjab.
that time.
Yeah. So therefore, I think now I have also seen another fallout, Binaji, which is
Mm,
now what happens to the Congress understanding with AAP
mm,
for the Delhi seats? For the
mm,
seven Delhi seats, AAP decided that Congress will cut us 3 seats, they will cut us 4 seats.
mm.
If this is the plight of Kejriwal, will Congress suddenly realize that they have to take a lot of negative marks on account of being associated with Kejriwal? In that case, Congress could also play some game because Aam Aadmi Party has not given any seats for the Congress to contest in Punjab. So we are going to see a lot of dynamics happening in the next few days.
Okay. So moving to Tamil Nadu, sir, the way Tamil Nadu is showering a warm reception on Modi and the way people are getting drawn to Annamalai, it appears the end result is going to be a sort of a surprise in politics. And do you think Annamalai is expecting something like a 20% vote share and a double digit seat? Do you think that will happen?
So definitely, Meenaji, there is a lot of enthusiasm among the voters for the BJP and in particular for the Prime Minister.
Yeah.
We saw the road show in Chennai yesterday. That was in South Chennai for supporting the candidature of Tamilisai Soundararajan, who is the former governor of Telangana. And they were all common people out on the streets. They wanting to have a glimpse of the Prime Minister. I believe the state administration cancelled some buses, got some diversions. But the enthusiasm of the people was very, very warm.
Mm,
People were out with their children, waving at the Prime Minister. Definitely, there is a chemistry happening in Tamil Nadu, and we are going to see, which I always, that there will be a very surprising result in Tamil Nadu. At the
okay.
moment, I don't want to say, they will win 10 seats or 20 like that,
Mm,
but definitely one should not be surprised if the seats go up beyond 10
yeah.
because you have got Patali Makkal Katchi, PMK also in the alliance. If you count all these people, if each of them win one or two, the figure could go beyond 10, and that will have, a tremendous impact on the Tamil Nadu politics henceforth.
Mm,
Because the mood is set up, I mean, this whole mood we are seeing now is the preparation for the 2026 assembly elections. Even today, Prime Minister spoke at Vellore, and a short while ago, he wound up his Tamil Nadu trip. We're addressing a meeting in Metupalayam, which is very close to Coimbatore, and huge crowds, cheering crowds, where he said everything. He said, look, about the drug nexus that has come out, which involves top leaders of the DMK and a character called Jafar Sadiq. Then PM also spoke about corruption, and he said, we are going to act. In the
mm,
next 100 days, when we come back, we'll act. And then he also made mention of some of the DMK leaders and ministers speaking very ill of him, talking in derogatory terms
mm,
that after this election, Modi will run away from this country.
mm,
He said, I'm not going to run away. Your politics that you are doing, this politics will run away.
mm.
This looting business is very thing.
Yeah.
The looters will have to run away. They will have to
Mm,
seek cover. Which is, this is something, the kind of a speech that we have seen in Vellore this morning and
mm,
now in Vetupalayam. These are the kind that is enthusing the cadres. But I must also confess, rather admit, the biggest challenge is getting the mood, the mood of the people is for change.
mm.
How to get that, bring them to the booth and see that feeling that that earning for change is converted into seats. This is a very tall order because there are some constituencies BJP has a good organizational strength for ensuring that the people reach the booth and vote, but there are some seats where such a fine arrangement does not exist. Those are the seats that are serious challenge. And
Yeah.
also, Meenaji, there is
Mm,
a secret understanding between DMK and ADMK to help each other and see that the BJP is defeated,
Mm.
including in Coimbatore, because their primary target is Annamalai.
Yeah.
So I'm told they have even put up a weaker candidate so that Annamalai loses and ADMK wins.
Oh.
DMK does not mind a ADMK victory, but not BJP.
Oh. And what about
Sir, how do
Kanyakumari,
you?
sir?
Yeah, just
Kanyakumari,
one question.
yeah.
Yeah, sir, what about actor Vijay? He said he's launching some political party and everything. Any updates on that? And
No, Jaydev, actor Vijay made an announcement that he will contest only the assembly elections. Just before Lok Sabha election, somebody is announcing I will contest assembly elections, which looks whoever had whoever had put him up as a puppet were telling him, look, you are not entering the fray now. You will
Mm.
enter when we tell you.
Yeah.
After that, we haven't heard from him.
Yeah.
So clearly, everybody has been speculating that it is a DMK that is behind actor Vijay. The whole idea is in the run up to the state assembly elections in 2026, Vijay will make a foray, and the whole idea is to see that the anti-DMK votes are split further,
Mm.
so that DMK wins. That is the purpose of actor Vijay. That's why you are not hearing anything about him now. Can any leader worth his salt, any person who has a political ambition, can he announce 2 years before that I will enter in this election, particular election, and then vanish? This all goes to show that he is doing at somebody's bidding, and
And
we will
yes,
know who
yes,
it is.
yes. So, what about Kanyakumari, where they say that it has a very strong Christian population, and and the Hindu population is lesser, and that BJP has no chance of coming? What do you think of that
No,
place?
that is that uh, such a conclusion is not always correct, because see, in the districts like Kanyakumari, you have Christians definitely, but those Christians, they belong to the predominantly they belong to Nadar community. And in Nadar community, being Christian or Hindu is secondary.
Mm.
The being a Nadar is very important, and there is what is
Okay.
called a Nadar loyalty.
Mm.
Now, Pon Radhakrishnan, who is the BJP candidate, he had earlier been elected from the seat. He has represented that seat before. He is a Nadar. He enjoys popularity in the region. It is one of the seats which is being counted as uh, being the
So
one that was
Nadar is
won
a
by the BJP
Nadar is a
candidate.
caste like Naidu and all.
Yes, I
Uh,
think the equivalent is Eravas in Kerala.
okay. Okay.
Nadars and Eravas are complementary.
Okay. Okay.
Traditionally, at one time, they
Mm.
were supposed to be
Mm.
doing toddy tapping.
Yeah.
See,
Yeah.
the three communities, that is
Mm.
Eravas in Tamil Nadu,
Mm.
sorry, Eravas in Kerala, Nadars in
Mm.
Tamil Nadu, and you have Edigas, if I remember.
Mm.
Yes, Edigas in Karnataka, they also were traditionally known to be toddy
Mm.
tappers. I mean, years ago.
Yes.
Of course,
Yes.
today they are in all the fields like Nadars. Nadars are now they are top businessmen. They
Yes.
are,
Yes.
they run even shipping lines, and it's a very powerful community, but a community that is bounded by a strong loyalty. So
Mm.
that is why you find they are, for instance, in some of the constituencies like Radhika Sarat Kumar, she has been, she belongs to an Naidu. She herself is a
Yes.
Naidu because
Yeah.
her father M.R. Radha was a Naidu. Naidu
Mm.
means Telugu speaking. But
Yes.
in that region where she is contesting, Rajapalayam and those areas, that is Virudhunagar, against Manikam Thakur of Congress, there is a
Mm.
lot of these Naidu support. So many
Yeah.
places, they have chosen the candidates rather very carefully. So Pon Radhakrishnan is seen as a leader who could win his seats. Rather, it could be a very almost a showcase of victory. That's what I am told.
Okay. 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 Yeah. And moving on to Kerala, Rajiv Chandrasekhar is giving sleepless nights to Shashi Tharoor in Trivandrum. The coastal area people, mainly Latin Catholics, are Congress's vote bank. When Rajiv went there, they told him about the sea erosion problem, and he contacted the concerned departments in Delhi. And they've come out with a complete solution with plan, and he's agreed to do it at the central government cost. This has really frightened Tharoor. Not only this, sir. See, there was recently a video where Shashi Tharoor was going campaigning, and people were booing him and said that we only want Modi. Please get out of this. And he was trying his best to ignore the people. and they were getting louder and louder. So he's being humiliated also in Kerala now.
So, well, Shashi Tharoor is indeed seeing an uphill task because this is going to be his third term. He's seeking a third term. And he managed to get the ticket. Many people thought Rahul may not even give him a ticket, but he managed to get a ticket. But this time, Thiruvananthapuram is witnessing what I see two candidates who are talented by themselves, and there have been a lot of debates. I was told there was one particular a meeting, some kind of a town hall meeting, where Rajiv Chandrasekhar tried to explain what are his plans for Thiruvananthapuram. And Shashi Tharoor tried to make a cynical remark saying, what is there is that. But the crowd said, look, you didn't do all these things in all these 10 years. So that is one. So Rajiv Chandrasekhar is definitely giving a very, very tough fight. I mean, that's the feedback I'm getting. And that is why, new complaints have gone. Like, the complaint has gone that, like about his income tax returns, for instance.
Yes. Hmm.
And I think the BJP Central Committee chose Rajiv Chandrasekhar as a. I think it's a good choice, concerning that
Yes.
both articulate. They can articulate their thoughts. Both can put their positions before. And even somebody is trying to organize a presidential kind of debate again to see both the lead. I mean, I am told the challenge has been accepted by both sides, so you could see that also. So, but definitely it's interesting, and Thiruvananthapuram is changing, Meenaji. We traditionally tend to think, you mentioned about Latin Christian votes. Yes,
Yes.
there are very important votes, but they have been also facing problems. Their hamlets, very close to the sea, has been facing erosion, and that has been a long-standing problem. So definitely, it's one of the toughest battles where BJP is putting up a very good fight, thanks to Rajiv Chandrasekhar.
And do you think Rajiv Chandrasekhar has the sort of aura to win over, the grassroots level people?
Well, he is taken up it. See, both of them are considered belonging to the elite, sections of the community, whether it is Shashi Tharoor or Rajiv Chandrasekhar. But at the same time, Chandrasekhar has been around for a long time, and his victory has always been because of the huge chunk of Latin Christian votes that you mentioned. But this time, the role of the church is also very important, Meenaji. Not just in Thiruvananthapuram. I'm told in Pathanamthitta, in Tiruchur, all these places. Like, for instance, the film Kerala Story. This film is a year old. When the film came, everybody said, no, this is a propaganda, there's nothing called love jihad and all. Now, Pinarayi Vijayan government has been seeing that it is not screened. It's not allowed to be screened. They have been coercing theatre owners not to show it. Finally, DD National telecast the film. Now I am told various church groups, young Christian groups, they have decided to screen these films. Some dioceses are involved. They want to screen the films to their community. They say that we want to warn our family. We want to warn young people to the dangers that are lurking in the shape of jihadi extremism, which is using all methods, fair and foul, where young people are trapped, particularly women. Then they are, because there have been instances where they were taken to
Yes,
Syria
many Christians
and other
also.
places, and
Yes.
then forced conversion, and this was all at the behest of ISIS.
Yes.
And Kerala has been providing a big challenge to our law enforcement authorities as to dangers. But as usual, the leftists, secularists, and all these people have been in denial. No, no, this is all nothing. After all, you see, even the love jihad was first, it was started by the church groups. It's the church who
Yeah.
first said, look, our girls are in danger. That is how it was picked up. Of course, police said there is no organized love jihad as such and all that. So, but
Yeah.
this is, I mean, what I'm saying is definitely, the Kerala demography, which was always in favor of either the CPM-led left front or the Congress-led UDF, is undergoing change. And I think the church particularly, and other Christian leaders are realizing that they have to get out of this stranglehold that the leftists have managed in Kerala.
Yeah. Yeah.
And they need to face issues, and Kerala leads a pace of development than what it is witnessing now.
Yes.
And Pinarayi, has, people can say that, well, he has also been taking up some development projects. But the issue of corruption,
Yeah.
I mean, the issue of corruption in which people close to Pinarayi Vijayan have been involved. And these are the issues people are talking about in this election.
Mm, mm.
So you could see surprises. And Miraji, I can tell you in Kerala, if they win one or two seats, because I am told Anil Anthony has not been doing badly because initially people took him as a non-serious player,
Yes, yes.
and the reason I'll tell you why his candidature is getting serious. The simple reason some people have got his father A.K. Anthony
Mm.
to come out with a statement saying that he wants his son defeated. That's a good sign to show that Anil Anthony has upset big time players in
Yeah.
Pathanamthitta. Otherwise, I mean, knowing Anthony, you see, A.K. Anthony is a person who he has had church backing, but he's a person who doesn't flaunt the church backing.
Mm.
He rather prefers to show that he's more secular. But this time, when he feels that the church is going all out and he has to prove his loyalty to the Gandhi family, a statement like this, which is unusual statement because
Yeah.
we have seen in parties, father and son. Father is in one party, son is another party, two brothers are in different parties, husband and wife are in different parties, sometimes even contesting against each other. It's not unusual. But for AK Antony to go out and issue a statement and say, look, this is one seat where I want the person defeated, which I think a statement like that could even evoke sympathies for Anil Antony.
Yeah. So one last candid question before we finish the show. I don't know whether you heard this the small video where Kharge actually starts crying. The mic is off and he starts crying and he's saying that I'm being pushed around. They don't treat me with respect and see look at what all they're making me do. So I don't know whether you heard that and what is your opinion on
You know, I did watch that video, and my sympathies are with Kharge because
that? Yes, absolutely.
we knew all along that he was naam ke vaste.
Yeah.
He was made a Congress president because Gandhi family wanted to appear that they are not interested, they are not controlling the party as such. But it has also come to notice that Kharge has not been getting that kind of respect. And recently, Prime Minister even mentioned that there is one Congress leader who is refusing to campaign because he has been not named the Prime Ministerial candidate.
Uh,
After all, Mamata had proposed Kharge's name.
uh,
It was turned down by Sonia herself. She didn't want Kharge to be projected as a PM candidate.
mm,
And I can understand the plight of Kharge because Kharge cannot do anything on his own. He
mm.
has to look left and right. One
Yes.
side is KC Venugopal and the other side Rahul Gandhi himself. Unless they nod their head, he can't do anything. It's quite a pathetic scene, but then that is how Congress first family runs the party,
Mm, mm.
and that's how uh, they want to show that they are all great Democrats and they want inner party democracy. But in truth, it is Rahul Gandhi who calls the shot.
Yeah.
Right now, you
Absolutely.
Sir,
know what shot he is calling.
sir, what do you heard the news that Hafiz Saeed was poisoned in Pakistan by an unknown person. Sir, what do you think that it has some connection with Raw?
Well, you know that Guardian report. I mean, the Congress and other secular friends cannot believe that Guardian has come out with a story that actually boosts Modi's image in this country. So there are several Guardian stories which people have not liked. But this is one story and it is written by a writer who is not pro Modi.
Mm.
That writer is quite anti Modi.
Okay.
But the story says that since 2019 or 2020, more than 20 these leaders heading terrorist groups like Lashkar-e-Taiba,
Mm.
Jaish-e-Mohammed, Harkutul Ansar, these are the leaders are getting bumped off. Or as you mentioned, are being poisoned to death. And this is some kind of a Israeli Mossad kind of operation.
Yeah. Yeah.
Now, very funny part of it was, as soon as the story appeared, it's like the story that Canada accusing Indian
Mm.
agents of killing, or America saying, look, one agent tried to was involved in trying to bump off people who are seen by the Indian government as linked to terrorism, to terrorist groups. Now, when the statement came, when the news was published, in the morning, the MEA came with the usual statement saying, "Look, these are all false stories. We don't We don't subscribe because India has a policy does not
Yeah.
allow these extrajudicial killings.
Mm.
But by evening, you had the defense minister giving an interview to Rahul Joshi of News 18, where a question was asked. And Rajnath's reply was he did not refute the report, but he asked who are getting killed.
Ah.
So the person who was interviewed said, look, it is terrorists who are getting killed. Fir kya? If they come here and they kill people, they kill innocent people, indulge in terrorism, they
Then
try to
what's
run
your
away
problem?
from, then we will definitely chase them. We'll do hot pursuit. Then ghuske marenge. So that created way where Guardian said,
But
look, our story has been confirmed. The Indian defense minister says that we ghuske marenge. He will hot pursuit and kill them. Now, that of course he did not directly refute the
yeah,
reports or
yeah,
convey, but
absolutely.
he made it in such a way, well,
Went roundabout, yeah.
it served the purpose of the BJP, and our secular friends are hopping mad. They are saying this
Ah,
story was planted. No such thing
ah,
has happened. This is to show that Prime Minister policies are and it also came because a lot of the debaters again started
yeah.
because you had that Pulwama killings
Yes,
followed
yes.
by Indian Air Force strikes on
Mm,
terrorist bases in Balakot. All
mm,
these are seen together.
interconnected,
Now,
yes.
the I'll tell you the cake, rather
Mm,
the icing on the cake was
mm.
Uttar Pradesh Chief Minister Aditya Raj. He also spoke on this. He said, I do not know what Guardian has published.
Mm.
Only Guardian can say whether it's true or false. But certainly they must have some evidence to say this. But it
Yeah.
is very clear under Modi, terrorists cannot have an escape. That gave further twist,
Further.
as to whether the Guardian story is true or not.
Yeah,
So we will leave it at that,
absolutely.
Miraji. But
Yeah.
the message has gone home to our
Yeah.
voters.
Mm. Absolutely. Yeah. Thank you so much, Shekharji. Very wonderful
Thank,
talking to you. So thank you. Jai Shri Ram. Jai Hind. Bye bye.
thank you. Thank you. Jai Hind.
Thank you.
Jai Shri Ram.